you wanna gain weight? Child, I could teach you how to gain weight. I could tell you some things. Girl, you need to put some meat on your bones. What size do you wear? Are you like a size 0, 0? Size 1? What size are you? Hey fam, it's Nikita here from SkinnyGotCurves.com, and today I am basically just going to talk about why I want to gain weight. The question I get all the time, especially with me starting the blog and the YouTube channel I get, and just in general in life when I tell people that I'm trying to gain weight, it just, for some strange reason, it just seems like such a strange and odd thing to do. And it's funny to me because I'm just like, okay, it may be strange and odd for you because you're the one who needs to lose weight. So whatever, it is what it is, but I just want to put this video out there because I've never really addressed it, not even on my blog. And as you can tell, you know, when I got the hat on, when I got this, I'm trying to work out. I wanted to work out and I was actually going to record it and everything, but somebody's downstairs using the equipment. So I got in and put my lip gloss on. I tried to do something to my eyebrows and I put on like an extremely like a BB cream whatever on my face. I'm gonna have to wipe it all off once I finish filming. But anyway, I tried to come in half decent because I know I was looking rough at the last haul video. Oh man, what have I heard about, you know, the stupid comments and questions. You know, a lot of times, and excuse me, I'm just real casual today. You know, there's no formal thing going on with the video today. I got my green tea, my matcha green tea latte I made. That should be a video up. Yeah, just listening to those, I've heard things like this for so long, and it wasn't until recently, and I mean very recent, that I just didn't care anymore. I didn't care, the questions, you know, I come back at you. The odd thing is, it feels like fat people, and I'm going to use the word fat. I'm going to use the word fat because that's what it is. It feels like we have to tiptoe around using certain words and, you know, why? But you could come to a skinny person who don't necessarily like to be called skinny. I mean, I think I've embraced it now. You know, with the whole skinny got curves thing, I embraced it because I'm like, yeah, I may be skinny, but at least I have a shape. You know, at least I'm healthy now. I wasn't always healthy. At least I'm trying to be fit and look presentable and look the way I want to look. But you know, some people don't like that. Just like some people don't mind being called fat because they know it is what it is. They've accepted it. And some people get offended. But it seems like a lot of people get scared to say that somebody's fat. A lot of people. You know, we don't want to say they're fat. We don't want to say they're obese. We use thick. You know, when a lot of times people aren't really thick. They're just fat or baby fat or big bone. Like, you know, it is what it is, man. And trust me, I'm not being insensitive. I have fat friends. They're comfortable with their weight. They're either losing. Here's the thing with my friends, and thank God for them. They're either actively trying to lose weight or they're comfortable with the size that they are. Luckily, I've been around my friends who are fat and thick. I have both thick and fat friends. They don't say anything negative to me. They've never, growing up, they've never said anything negative about me and my size unless I joked about it or said you know, how uncomfortable I was about something. Nothing negative. And I've seen their progress and them losing weight, and I supported them and whatnot, and thankfully they support me and what I want to do. But it's just like people outside, you know, people who I'm not really close with, I'm just like, I don't accept for what it is. If you don't want, and I don't mean for this to be a rant video, but it irks me, and I'm gonna get to the point, but it irks me that people are ignorant and say things that are hurtful to people that are not like you. And I understand people are going to say, well, that's just them because they're insecure about, you know, their size, whatever. Well, people like me, I was insecure about my size. and you bashing me and saying negative things about being skinny, not helping at all. And I thank God that, you know, eventually I got over it. You know, I'm just like, I love the way I look now, especially now that I'm working out a lot more. I appreciate it and accept where I am now. And I think fat people should do the same thing. You're not where you want to be, work on it. No one should be saying negative things about anybody. No one should be bashing anyone. Skinny people shouldn't be bashing fat people. Fat people shouldn't be bashing skinny people. Because here's the thing, everybody has their own thing. And just because you're insecure, I mean, and then, you know, with the whole, well, you want to gain weight? Yeah, like, respect my journey. Respect that I'm trying to make myself into who I'm trying to transform into who I would like to be. You don't hear me saying, you trying to lose weight? I could tell you how you could lose weight, honey. All you can do, what you can do is step away from the table, step away from a couple meals, you'll lose some weight. Or have a whole bunch of stress in your life, you'll lose some weight. And that's another thing, people deal with stress in a different way, which is why some people are fat, some people are skinny. When I'm stressed, I don't have an appetite. So I forget to eat, things of that nature. So I'm trying to be, you know, learning how to deal with stress in a healthy manner is something that, you know, on this journey that I'm learning how to deal with, because that's the reason why it's been hard for me to gain weight. Another thing is genetics. Both of my parents have always been my mother is very short and she's always been petite. It wasn't until she turned 60 that she actually started to gain weight and look, you know, kind of like healthy now. And she's not fat. I mean, she still has a small frame and everything, but it wasn't until she was 60. She had kids and everything. And people always say, oh, you're gonna gain weight when you have kids. Not the case. Or you're gonna gain weight when you get to a certain age. Not the case. My cousins are, you know, for the most part, I think now that they're getting older, they're starting to kind of like fill out. But for the most part, growing up, we were all skinny, you know, chicks. It's genetics. I can't help it. Just like some people genetically can't help the fact that they are fat and they have to actively work on losing weight. Just like a fat person has to consciously be conscious about not eating or things that they eat. It's the same thing for a skinny person. Like, I have to consciously remember, okay, I have to eat 3 meals a day. I have to eat 3 meals. Now that I'm working out, my body is forcing me to eat because, you know, with you working out, you can't help but get hungry because you're burning off all those calories. But yeah, I mean, it's the same struggle. The thing is, with skinny people, our metabolism is just so fast that we have to try and keep up with it. Not necessarily slow it down. And my trainer just told me this. She's like, you don't want to necessarily slow it down. You just want to keep up with it. You know, you just want to give it the amount of fuel that it needs. Whereas fat people, I believe their metabolism is slower. So they have to work, you know, do cardio, whatever, to speed it up like the skinny people. So we're all trying to find that middle ground, you know. And then some people will say, oh, well, you know, the society accepts skinny people a lot more. And I'm like, what society are y'all talking about? Because even in magazines, okay, maybe in when I say majority, I mean predominantly white culture, you see skinny people, but even that's shifting to be, you know, very curvy type women and thick. I mean, thick and fit. No, do I want to say thick or do I want to say fit? I want to say fit. Fit and skinny, two different things, not the same thing. Fit, they have arms, they have abs, they have a shape, they have a butt, they have legs that are defined. There's definition and tonality within your body, which is what, thank God, I'm starting to finally get after, you know, trying to do this whole weight gain thing for a while. So I see that a lot more in the South, and I'm from the South. I'm born and raised in Miami, and I live throughout Florida. In the South, skinny women, no, that's not, no. Thick and fat women tends to be like the norm, and that's, you know, so it depends on where you're from. So, you know, it would be a perfect world if everybody would just leave everybody the hell alone. Yeah, you know, it would be a perfect world. But that's not the case. I'm doing this video so that people who may not understand why folks want to gain weight can see the other side of it, can see how you being negative is doing more damage than any good. You know, just like how you feel as a, you know, if there's a fat person that's watching, I don't know, who knows, but just like how you feel like you don't want anyone to ask you what your weight is or ask you about when are you gonna lose weight. It's the same thing. When you say that a skinny person needs to go and eat a sandwich, or a skinny person needs to put meat on their bones, or don't you think the skinny person knows that? Like, unless they're, you know, comfortable in where they are, and there's, you know, they're not trying to you know, damage their bodies by being bulimic and whatnot. They don't have that kind of illness. They're more than likely, that skinny person is aware that they need to gain weight and may not know exactly how. You kind of like, I mean, being negative and making fun of them is not helpful. Now you're gonna make that person have all kinds of psychological problems, not problems, but, you know, have a thing about being skinny. And for a long time growing up, I had a thing about it because, you know, I just did not want to go around family because they would always say, girl, what size are you? And it's just like, you asking me what size I am, what size are you? Like, you don't need to be worried about me and my size, you need to be worried about losing that weight. And that's, you know, I guess I'm excited because these are the things that I wanted to always say. You want to be respectful to your family and to elders, because it seems like it's always old people who make the comment. I don't know why. I don't know why. Like I said, my friends never really even made comments like that. It would always be older people that would say that. And you always feel like you want to be respectful and blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, what is the deal? Like, if you got a problem with skinny people, work on you. Work on you. Just like I'm working on me. I don't go around and get upset at booty models and thick people and people who are fit. No, I got my behind in the gym. You know what I'm saying? I hire a trainer because I know what I want to look like. And, you know, for the skinny people, you know, if you come across things like that, of that nature, you know, and if you're in the South and they're doing it, I know you want to be respectful, but, you know, give them a look. You know, just be like, I'm sorry. What size am I? Why are you asking me that? You know, respond in that way, or ask, what size are you? That might actually end up getting you popped, but, you know, depending on what relative or whatever, but I had the weight, but it just didn't look right. That's why, you know, when people are so eager to gain weight fast and quick, it's just kind of like a waste of time, to be honest.